Hallo, meine lieben Freunde, was geht, was muss, was guten Abend, guten Tag. Es ist dein Lieblings-YouTuber James Bray und ich rege heute auf. There is a nice little video that Vlog Dave has created back in 2015, and it's titled Similar German Words, Das versus Das. It's English translation and the difference explained, and I think it's pretty important because in a lot of the German meme compilations I've been looking at, well, let's just say that I've been noticing the use of Das with one S and Das with two S's. So if you guys got some explanations for me in the comments down below, please let me know. But if you guys are new to the channel, willkommen. If you guys are returning viewers, willkommen zurück. Positions every single day oder jeden Tag. All I ask is that you guys abonniert diesen Kanal und like the video bitte. Vielen lieben Dank für eure Unterstützung. Das bedeutet mir viel. Let's go ahead and dive nose deep into this thing and see exactly what we are working with. As I always like to say, los. Good.
That people learning German as a foreign language.
Oh, here we go.
Everyone can assume that people learning German as a foreign language might struggle with similar words a lot.
True.
But even many native Germans do have some serious problems with distinguishing certain words and when to use which one. Here is a very prominent example for this and hopefully a simple solution to this problem.
Let's go.
One of the most common problems when building a German sentence is to know when to use das with one S and when to switch to das with double S.
And I'm very curious because I definitely messed this. I messed this up. Now I'm not sure if I've ever used the das with two S's, but whenever I see it, I'm like, are they read differently? Like,
By the way, in past times, Germans wrote this word with a scharfes S.
Oh.
Today, this is considered wrong in any case, and you have to write das
sharp
with
S.
two S.
That's it.
D-A and double S. Although those two words, das and das, look quite similar and
True.
there's no noticeable phonetic difference in spoken German, there's quite an important difference between these two words when it comes to spelling, especially in formal contexts. Let's begin with the determination process. This is the first case.
Okay.
The exemplary sentence is Ich mag Obst, das frisch ist.
So I like fruit that the something ist, das frisch ist. Oh, that are fresh. Okay. I like fruits that are fresh. That makes sense.
I like fruits that are fresh. In this sentence, das is a Relativpronomen, a relative pronoun.
Okay.
A pronoun is an equal substitution for a noun while
Makes
still
sense.
referring to it. So here,
That's interesting.
the das initiates a so-called Relativsatz, the
Relative.
relative clause.
Okay.
In most cases, a relative clause is a certain part within a single sentence that refers to the subject and describes it more detailed. Here, the word das and the rest of the relative clause directly refers to Obst and specifies it.
That's
It
interesting.
adds information. And to even specify this, the part das frisch ist an Attributsatz.
Attributsatz. What the heck? Attributive clause. Now that I do not know what that is. See, it's been a minute since I've been in English class, bro. It's been a minute. So this right here hit different.
An attributive clause. If you want to, you can still stick to Relativsatz. This is less specific and more general.
Okay.
There is more to the topic of Relativsätze, but that doesn't matter too much right now. An attribute or adjunct, das Attribut, specifies a noun and adds details to it. In
Okay.
this exemplary sentence, we get to know that the person saying this does not refer to fruits in general, but only to fresh fruits.
Okay. All right. I guess that makes it makes sense a little bit. This is definitely pretty intense as far as like the different types of relative and all that other stuff. I mean, your boy, I got like one brain cell up here, so it kind of is doing its thing. But
However,
damn.
here's a second, different scenario.
Okay.
The second exemplary sentence is Ich freue mich, dass du gekommen bist. I'm glad
Oh.
that you came. Unlike before,
Whoa.
you can find das with double S here.
What?
das with double S.
I wonder, do you always have to use that double S in this particular case, or can you use das, like DAS? Very, very, very interested in that. That would be
is a conjunction, die Konjunktion. Again, to be more specific at this point, it's a unterordnende Konjunktion, which basically means that you connect two sentence structures on a different level. For
Interesting.
instance, a main clause, der Hauptsatz, and a subordinate clause, der Nebensatz.
Der Nebensatz. So the main clause and the subordinate clause. So the main clause, I'm excited that you came. Makes sense.
Now, here is the trick. If you can substitute das with one S with just one of the three pronouns dieses, jenes, or welches.
Okay, jenes, I don't know what that is. Was ist jenes? Was bedeutet jenes?
The English forms would be which or that, without changing the meaning of the actual sentence. Be aware that it can be possible that just one of these three words work. In this case, it is still a scenario with a possible substitution. And contrary to this, if the substitution isn't possible with any of these three pronouns I mentioned before, you have to use das with double S.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess that kind of makes sense. I'm like, what the hell?
Alright, let's check our examples.
Okay,
Let's go
do
back
this.
to the first case, the first
Alright, let's see if we
exemplary
get this.
sentence. Ich mag Obst, das frisch ist.
Okay. Ich mag Obst, das frisch ist. So ich mag Obst, dieses frisch ist. Well, you can't do that. So it would be das. It would just be das. All right. So that's weird. So it's weird. Ich mag Obst, welches frisch ist. You can't substitute this with any other word, so it would be das. But that's a weird way of explaining it, right? I don't know. I'm confused.
Ask yourself, can you substitute das with either
You can't do welches, dieses, or jenes. You can't substitute das with that.
welches or jenes or dieses
No.
without changing the meaning of the sentence?
Yeah, without changing the meaning. So ich mag Obst, welche frisch ist. No. No.
That is very important. This also includes the sentence type. Is it a statement? Does it become a question and therefore change
True.
its meaning?
True.
That shouldn't be the case.
Exactly.
Try it.
Yeah, you can't fit it there. I just tried it. Like, ich mag Obst, dieses frisch ist. Ich mag Obst, jenes frisch ist. Nope. Ich mag Obst, welches das frisch ist. Welches frisch ist. None of these would work.
Ich mag Obst, welches frisch ist.
It changes the meaning.
Oh, it already works.
It worked. It doesn't. I didn't think it. Wait a minute. I'm confused. I like fruit. Welches is like which. Oh, okay. So I like fruit which are fresh. Oh, I guess it could work. But I don't know. I feel like it's just too weird.
Great. At this point, you don't need to check the other two ones because one already works. In this case, dieses and jenes wouldn't work.
Okay, so dieses and jenes wouldn't work, but welches, I did not know that would work.
By the way. So, I'm allowed to write this with das, with just one S.
Okay, so if you can substitute, that's what he was saying. If you can substitute the das with any of the other words, like dieses, jenes, or welches, then it's just das. But if you can't substitute it with anything, then it's das with double S?
How about the second example? Ich freue mich, dass du gekommen bist. Check again if you can substitute das with one of these three pronouns.
I'm excited which you came. I'm excited this you came. I'm excited. Janus. I don't know what Janus is, but these don't work.
Mentioned before.
These do
Ich
not.
freue mich, welches du gekommen bist.
No.
No.
That doesn't work. No.
Ich freue mich, dieses du gekommen bist.
No.
No.
Oh no. Oh no.
Ich freue mich, jenes du gekommen bist.
Bist.
No, and no.
Yeah, okay, this
Nein.
is starting to make more sense.
That doesn't work. You'll notice that this isn't possible and completely erases all the semantic meaning this sentence did have. This means you have to use das with double S.
Makes sense to
because
me.
you cannot substitute das with either dieses or welches or jenes. And that's pretty much it. The rule itself is pretty easy to comprehend, but I guess many Germans didn't learn it correctly back in school.
Yeah, that was a pretty interesting and entertaining video, man. Interesting. So I guess if I can replace das with welches, jenes, oder dieses, then das can also be in there as well. But if I can't replace, that word with either of those three substitutes, then it's always going to be das, which is a very interesting way of looking at it. That's pretty cool. So let me know how you feel about that in the comments down below. I'm going to be applying this to my future meme reactions, you know what I'm saying? And I do have a lot coming, so love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys have not already. I will see you soon in die neuen Zukunft. Bis später, Leute, ich liebe euch. Ciao.
Well, what a pleasure it is to see all of your beautiful faces at the end of this lovely video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sure you know, as I've mentioned in the past, we do have a Discord that's linked in the description down below, and we would love to have you a part of the world's greatest community ever, BRAYGANG. Yes, if you've made it to this point in the video, you're officially a part of the community. So go ahead, join the Discord server. Link is in the description down below. And we also have other social media as well, like Instagram, Twitter. We go live on Twitch quite often as well. So it would behoove you to, go ahead and subscribe to the Twitch channel at twitch.tv/JamesBrayGang. Join the cause and be a part of the greatest, literally the greatest community ever. Okay, it's simple. Just go ahead and do those little things. We're trying to grow on all these little platforms and everything, and it really means a lot. Now, I know you guys stumbled up across the channel and you're like, what does this guy post? Like, what kind of content does he post? Reactions, vlogs, pretty much whatever comes to my mind. All right, it's random content. I don't know what I'm gonna be posting 10 years from now, but I do know that you can stick along for the journey, and it really means a lot. Now, for every single person that subscribes and follows all of the accounts that I have made, and all the links will be in the description down below, that's an automatic entry for any future giveaways I decide to have. I'll remind you when the giveaways take place, but you'll be surprised what I will be giving away because you guys have supported me so much up to this point, and it's only right that I do the same thing back. Thank you guys so much for being amazing, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.